The command of life, the miracle at the tomb. Far across the Jordan River, the messenger found Yeshua. The air was thick with the scent of dust and wild herbs. Upon hearing that his friend was ill, Yeshua did not rush. To the confusion of those following him, he remained where he was for 2 more days. He spoke of a purpose greater than simple recovery, whispering that this sickness was not unto death, but for the glory of the divine. His calm was a stark contrast to the urgency of the messenger's plea, suggesting a plan that moved according to a heavenly clock rather than human desperation. Meanwhile, in the heart of Jerusalem, the air in the Sanhedrin was electric with geopolitical tension. Yosef ben Caiapha, the high priest, sat among the stone tiers of the council chamber. The Sadducees, who denied the possibility of any resurrection, argued fiercely with the Pharisees over the growing influence of the teacher from Galilee. Yosef cared little for their theological hair-splitting. His mind was on the Romans. If this Yeshua continued to draw crowds, the fragile peace with the occupiers would shatter, and the temple's status would be forfeit. For Yosef, political stability was worth any price, even a life. By the time Yeshua reached the outskirts of Bethany, Elazar had been in the tomb for 4 days. Marta, hearing of his arrival, ran to meet him on the dusty road. Her grief was sharp and honest. "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died," she cried. In the heat of the Judean noon, Yeshua looked at her and made a cataclysmic claim. "I am the resurrection and the life." He wasn't just offering a future hope, he was claiming authority over the present moment of her despair. Miriam soon followed, collapsing at Yeshua's feet. Around her, a crowd of mourners from Jerusalem wept, their cries echoing against the limestone cliffs. Seeing her brokenness and the collective weight of human sorrow, Yeshua's own spirit was troubled. He did not offer a lecture or a distant blessing. Instead, the Creator of the stars shared in the salt of human grief. He wept alongside Miriam, showing that his power did not make him distant, but rather made him the ultimate witness to the pain of the world he sought to heal. "Where have you laid him?" Yeshua asked. They led him to a coke tomb, a typical burial chamber of the Second Temple period, carved directly into the soft limestone. It was a dark cave with a massive circular stone rolled across its entrance to seal the living from the dead. Today, pilgrims visit the site in Al-Azariah, descending narrow steps into the earth. But on that day, the tomb was a site of finality. Yeshua stood before the cold rock, the King of life standing before the fortress of death. "Take away the stone," Yeshua commanded. Marta gasped, her practical mind immediately calculating the reality of a body 4 days gone. "Lord, by this time there is a scent," she cautioned. It was a moment of pure tension between the natural laws of decay and the supernatural command of the teacher. Yeshua reminded her that if she believed, she would see the glory of God. A servant stepped forward, his muscles straining as he began to heave the massive limestone disc away from the entrance. The stone groaned as it moved, revealing the dark maw of the tomb. Yeshua looked up to the heavens and prayed aloud, not for his own sake, but so the gathered crowd would know his authority came from the Father. Then, with a voice that echoed like thunder through the valley, he shouted the great command, "Elazar, come out!" It was a call that reverberated through the very foundations of the earth, a command that the laws of biology were forced to obey. A rustle came from the darkness. Slowly, a figure appeared, shuffling toward the light. Elazar emerged, his hands and feet still bound in strips of linen, his face wrapped in a burial cloth. The silence of the crowd was absolute, broken only by the sound of indrawn breaths. The man who was dead was now breathing the dry Judean air once more. Yeshua looked at the stunned onlookers and gave a final, simple instruction: "Unbind him and let him go." The miracle at Bethany changed everything. For many, it was the proof of Yeshua's divinity, but for Yosef ben Caiapha, it was the final catalyst for a dark plan. He declared that it was better for one man to die for the people than for the whole nation to perish. Centuries later, a great Byzantine basilica would be built over this site, its ruins still visible to modern eyes as a testament to the event. The command of life had been given, setting the stage for the ultimate sacrifice in Jerusalem, where death would be defeated once and for all.